All right, guys, it's Friday. We have another meme stock to talk about. Did not think we'd be talking about meme stocks in what seems to be like a market, in a bear market. This time, old school beauty company, Revlon. They filed for bankruptcy a couple weeks ago. And since they filed for bankruptcy, I mean, their stock went down, traded below $2. And then we had the people over at WallStreet Bets take over. And as you guys can see from that graph right there, it's had a bit of a spike over the last few days. It surged past $8 at one point. It's hovering around $7 right now. So the stock went from under $2 to $7+. And this company is declaring bankruptcy. It reminds me of like that Michael Scott meme. They're declaring bankruptcy, guys. And it doesn't make any sense why the stock is going up so much. It just obviously is meme stock. WallStreet Bets is involved. There was high short interest on the stock, which made it an attractive target for WallStreet Bets. But I bet a lot of hedge funds are probably going to be a little bit afraid to put in more money to short this thing because what happened last year with GameStop. So yeah, what do you guys think? Like having a meme stock during a bear market, I can't believe people still have the risk appetite to do stuff like this. You know?
It seems like a blessing in disguise, Nicole and Zaid. I think. What can people do here? Like thinking, far out. Could other companies, leak out information to kind of get swirling into the WallStreet Bets and then become a meme stock if they know they're in trouble? Not saying that Revlon did this or other companies have, but hey, they might be able to do this in the future. The people investing, we don't give advice, but make sure you trade and invest responsibly because it's going to be a volatile play for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also think maybe like fun and boredom coming together, for the WallStreet Bet guys. Maybe they're just like, let's try it out.
They still got money though? That's what I'm saying. How do they still have money?
They move markets. All they needed to do was hit up their friend Elon Musk to tweet about it, and they missed that. They missed the mark there, obviously. Yeah. Even in a bear market, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the part that's just surprising to me, the fact that it's happening in a bear market. I mean, this is happening during a bull market, and crazy stuff happens, but I don't know about those guys, but for me, I'm not trying to take bigger and bigger risk right now. I'm trying to hold on to trying to get away from heavy risk assets and try to get back into some sort of stability. But WallStreet Bets, man, they're gonna just degen trade into whatever. It's crazy.
Yeah, and on Revlon side, what are they gonna do with this? They're still down considerably, but are they able to issue a secondary and raise some capital, do some things for themselves?
Can they do
that's
that?
What we saw other companies do in the past. So we'll have to watch that closely.
Yeah, very, very true. There's a really good article in Bloomberg from Matt Levin, or is it Levine? I don't know, but he's like one of the best business writers I've ever seen, ever read, and he has a really good article breaking down that whole saga. So if you guys want a more detailed breakdown, highly recommend checking them out.
We will do. Moving on to our next headline, Gary Vee and Reddit are teaming up to teach you about NFTs. So the NFT consulting arm of Gary Vee's conglomerate, they worked with Reddit to create an educational white paper on NFTs dubbed the ABCs of NFTs Playbook. So what can you find in the Playbook? So the white paper is an extensive guide covering all the basics of the NFT space with 6 sections. I think this is a step in the right direction. I actually skimmed the book. I didn't have time to read it fully, so I should have done that. Kind of did LeBron, only had the first page opened. I skimmed it, and it was actually pretty good. I think one thing we see with new technology, with new spaces, if you don't get it right away, you can sometimes get dissuaded and discouraged because it doesn't click right away. We dissociate, but this is a great way for it to be not intimidating. It's it's plain English speak, and it seems to be really good for mass adoption. So I think it's actually a step in the right direction.
Yeah, it looks like the kind of white paper you could hand over to a kid and be like, this is what's going on. 100%. Watch this. Which honestly, at the end of the day, right, even as someone who content creates in the B2B finance and technology space, what's always told to me, right, or the mindset I always have is how do I talk about these very complex things in a way that my grandma or my mom or whatever, right? Someone not in the industry could understand. And I think you're so right, Delano. That is what the world of NFTs needs as well, is these simplified ways to understand it. That could lead to more mass adoption. And for folks to understand it more than just what are these Bored Apes and all that, and what are these clubs and what does all this mean? And so really cool.
Yeah. why are all these weird dudes buying $100,000 JPEGs and hanging out in New York, going to Snoop Dogg concerts? Yeah. I think this it's a good thing. I'll have to check it out and see what read the book, because I am interested. You guys think that like we have enough knowledge now, because we've been talking about NFTs for like the last 12 weeks. We can start an NFT consulting firm, right? Like, I mean, that seems like an opportunity right there. Like, just if you're a celebrity, have a following, do a couple pictures and sell the NFT and then never hear about it again.
I know. When Delano was like, I only skimmed it, I was like, that's all you need, Delano. For you specifically at this point, like, absolutely. But, you know, for the, I haven't read it either, but I would be curious about how good at simplifying the message it is, and if there are any underlying messages there. But obviously it's going to be to encourage people to understand it more and to learn more and adopt more. So yeah, 1 minute Gary V's creating exclusive high-end sushi restaurant with the NFTs, and one day he's creating like practically a children's book for it. So.
Yeah. So yeah, we're launching a DNZ Web3 consulting firm soon. Then.
Yes.
You heard it here first.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Watch out, Gary V. We're coming for you.
All right, we're gonna make it happen. It's gonna be good. We're calling it whatever Zay calls his newsletter in the future. Times NFT consulting. All right, moving on. Queen Beyonce and her art is always a massive influence on culture. And her latest single, Break My Soul, feels like art imitating life and vice versa. Employment is a bit of a wild place right now, but Beyonce alludes to the Great Resignation in her new song, aka the more than 47 million people who voluntarily left their jobs in the last year. In this new single, there are some of the words right there. As you can see, she encourages all of us baddies to release jobs and stress that don't serve us, and we love that energy. Michelle Obama tweeted about it, so I mean, of course, because queens understand queens. The lyrics immediately inspired a flood of memes from people who joked that they would follow Beyonce's lead and quit their jobs. So the funny part is that according to some Twitter posts and some BuzzFeed stories, those people really did quit their jobs.
I saw that. I saw the BuzzFeed story. So I'm kind of waiting for that. Obviously, all adoration and love for Beyonce. But also, it's so funny because, you know, I think Lemonade was about, like, you know, being single, different things. And obviously she's happily married. And then this one is about, you know, breaking free. Obviously she's like close to billionaire status. So we get her message, though. I think she sings to inspire people. And I think a lot of people are inspired by her, me included. So this is really, really, we have to make sure we have a plan in place, though. Let's have a plan in place, even though I left the job without having a plan and it worked out. So do what you got to do, folks. Listen to the song. If it moves you, dance a little bit to tell your manager, I'm out of here.
Right. I mean, I think Whoopi Goldberg said it best. The question is the song going to inspire more people to alter their career paths? I think that's what Bey is kind of getting at a little bit more. I mean, it is funny that, in a sense, that people are just like hearing the song and then getting that push to maybe leave their jobs. But if it's you know, done in a positive way, then that's a good thing. But in a more funny way, we should look at some of these you know, I guess we did look at some of these tweets that already happened, but I'm not sure if we have any more of them.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yes. So
I think it's important to say that, like, yeah, like Delano said, Beyonce is almost a billionaire. Her husband is also a billionaire. She can quit her job and do whatever she wants. We just gotta, us normal people, we kind of have to be a little bit more strategic instead of just like, you know, YOLOing into our manager's office and saying, "See you later. I heard the new Beyonce track. I'm gonna go try to be the next, you know, next TikTok star or something." So you just gotta make sure you kind of keep that in mind. And these tweets do a really good job of addressing that. I do have a hot take about Beyonce. Houston native Beyonce, obviously, I'm a fan. She's from Houston, so that's good. I just think, I wish she's not just a little bit overrated. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting
I mean, I'm not saying she's bad. You know,
our NFT consulting firm is done.
I just think
can't work with this Beyonce hater.
No, I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. She's an amazing entertainer. Her Coachella thing that she did a few years ago, I still remember seeing that. I was like, oh my God, this is insane.
Oh my God.
I just think she's just maybe like she's like the city of Austin. great time, awesome, but a little bit overrated. That's
I
all
want
I'm
to go first on this. No,
first,
you can't say she's
Solano.
overrated. Super
Her music
talented.
specifically, I think it's just a little bit overrated.
I don't even. Yeah, I'd say I'll leave to Nicole to rebuttal, but yeah, no.
Okay, so I will take this song specifically. So Lemonade, nothing overrated about it. Let's just start there. But when it comes to the song, and there's a whole album, Renaissance, right?
Yeah.
Which is really interesting. Like, I can't wait to see this new evolution of Queen Bey. And but with the song, I'll give it to you that the beat and the melody is like any other song we've ever heard before, right? It's not that special, but that's why the lyrics are so important. She crushes it with the lyrics. For me, I like the juxtaposition between like a very almost heard of melody combined with like these lyrics that just are very impactful and inspiring and kind of make you like, they're like fighting words almost, or like, and so you're like dancing, but also feeling things at the same time. So that's like, I think the point of it. And that is my take on the artistry. But you're not the first person that I mean, I think that's what happens. So I think by overrated, you really mean that Beyonce's at a level, and there are other artists like this. I'd say Drake is like this. For an example, of an artist that just put out music where they could do anything. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't, they could put out the worst music ever and their stans are going to eat it up and hype it up. I think that's what you mean by like overrated.
That's what I mean.
Yes, that I understand.
But even put it like this, like even let's just say the last 13 years of music or whatever, right? Since I was like in high school or whatever, I'd probably take like Rihanna and Taylor Swift over Beyonce. That's kind of what I'm saying.
Oh my God, Taylor, let's not even bring Taylor Swift into this conversation. Rihanna, we can talk through. Taylor Swift is not even you've seen that girl dance before, right? Let's not even a conversation. That's not
I guess
even.
I'm talking about just the music. Just the music. I would take Taylor Swift and Rihanna over Beyonce. That again, that's just my personal opinion.
All right, fine.
But performing-wise, no one is beating Queen Bee. Like no one's beating her.
Greatest living performer, hands down. All right, something we can all agree on.
There we go.
We can fight about Taylor Swift later. All right, it's a Friday and I'm trying to be happy. So we are done for the show today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, I'm still trying to process everything Zay just said, but
I'm about to get some we're about to have take this to the group text.
I know. We're like getting the dukes up. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. That's the end of the show. We will see you Monday.
See you Monday.
Have a good weekend.
So funny.
Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and be sure to tune in tomorrow.